I read the newspaper over breakfast. I read the newspaper over breakfast. I dress my sister and wash her hands and face. I dress my sister and wash her hands and face. I get to my office at 8:30. I get to my office at 8:30. I leave the office at 6. I leave the office at 6. I pick up my brother from his school. I pick up my brother from his school. I buy some food on my way home. I buy some food on my way home. We go to bed at 11:30. We go to bed at 11:30. What do you do in your spare time? What do you do in your spare time? I like playing baseball. I like playing baseball. I like listening to jazz music. I like listening to jazz music. Where do you have your lunch? Where do you have your lunch? What did you have for lunch? What did you have for lunch? I had a fried chicken and a hot dog. I had a fried chicken and a hot dog. When do you get up every day? When do you get up every day? I usually get up at 7 o'clock. I usually get up at 7 o'clock. What do you do at work? What do you do at work? I do some typing. I do some typing. What time do you start work? What time do you start work? I start work at 9 o'clock. I start work at 9 o'clock. What time do you finish your work? What time do you finish your work? At 5 o'clock sharp. At 5 o'clock sharp. When did you get up yesterday morning? When did you get up yesterday morning? At about 6. At about 6. I didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well. I read a magazine in bed. I read a magazine in bed. I slept soundly all night. I slept soundly all night. I heard the clock but I didn't get up until 8. I heard the clock but I didn't get up until 8. I woke up 7 and got up right away. I woke up 7 and got up right away. I was 8 minutes late. I was 8 minutes late. I was just on time. I was just on time. I had my breakfast on the way. I had my breakfast on the way. I hurried to my office. I hurried to my office. I had lunch with a friend of mine. I had lunch with a friend of mine. I finished my work at 5 p.m. I finished my work at 5 p.m. I stayed and did some extra work. I stayed and did some extra work. Hi, Carl. Is it really you? Hi, Carl. Is it really you? Hi, Mary. Nice to see you again. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you again. It's been a whole year since I last saw you. It's been a whole year since I last saw you. How have you been these days? How have you been these days? Not too bad. Not too bad. Have you seen Amber lately? Have you seen Amber lately? No, I have no contact with her. I have no contact with her. I heard she got married last week. I heard she got married last week. Oh, how nice. Sorry, I have got to go now. Oh, how nice. Sorry, I have got to go now. So do I. See you later. Keep in touch. So do I. See you later. Keep in touch. Any tickets left? Any tickets left? I have some left. I have some left. Do you have a eraser? I need some here. Do you have an eraser? I need some here. If you have more, please give me some. If you have more, please give me some. Do you have a digital camera? Do you have a digital camera? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do you have my pen? Do you have my pen? Yes, I have your pencil too. Yes, I have your pencil too. He has that pen, doesn't he? He has that pen, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters? No, I am a single son. No, I am a single son. Do you have toothbrush here? Do you have toothbrush here? What a beautiful garden you have. What a beautiful garden you have. I used to take a walk in the early morning. I used to take a walk in the early morning. I had thought he knew the time of the meeting. I had thought he knew the time of the meeting. We have known each other for 10 years. We have known each other for 10 years. Have you seen Mr. Smith recently? Have you seen Mr. Smith recently? When I arrived at the station, the train had already left. When I arrived at the station, the train had already left. They have been working on this project since last year. They have been working on this project since last year. I have been listening to the radio all night. I have been listening to the radio all night. He used to live in my neighborhood. He used to live in my neighborhood. The movie began as soon as we got there. The movie began as soon as we got there. The late arrival of the ship had messed up all our plans. The late arrival of the ship had messed up all our plans. It has been a long time since last came here. It has been a long time since last came here. They had expected me to go with them. They had expected me to go with them. That was the second time that I had visited the place. That was the second time that I had visited the place. Hello, may I speak to Mr. Taylor? Hello, may I speak to Mr. Taylor? Please hold on. Please hold on. This is John speaking. This is John speaking. There is something wrong with the phone. There is something wrong with the phone. Would you answer the phone, please? Would you answer the phone, please? I want to make a long distance call. I want to make a long distance call. I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through. I tried to call you, but the line was busy. I tried to call you, but the line was busy. Would you tell Mr. Taylor that I called? Would you tell Mr. Taylor that I called? Would you call back tomorrow? Would you call back tomorrow? I must have dialed a wrong number. I must have dialed a wrong number. I have to hang up now. I have to hang up now. He is not in. May I take a message for him? He is not in. May I take a message for him? Yes, please. Yes, please. Would you mind closing the door for me? Would you mind closing the door for me? Of course. Of course. May I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? Please give me a hand. Please give me a hand. Could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor? Would you help me remove the refrigerator? Would you help me remove the refrigerator? Get me my coat, please. Get me my coat, please. Could you tell me where I can find these books? Could you tell me where I can find these books? With pleasure, with pleasure. I'm sorry, I'm engaged now. I'm sorry, I'm engaged now. I'm glad to, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. I'm glad to, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Certainly, certainly. Make me a cup of tea, will you? Make me a cup of tea, will you? Call me tomorrow if you have time. Call me tomorrow if you have time.